What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing absolutely fine, and today, as usual, we're gonna continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's gonna be the 18th part of the second book, so let's get started. At these words of Antonius, Caesar exclaimed, "How about these, Catullus? Where are the people who say that Antonius doesn't know Greek? He mentioned such a great number of historians, and he spoke with so much knowledge and discriminating appreciation about each and every one of them." "On my word," replied Catullus, "I'm indeed surprised about this, but at the same time, I'm no longer surprised about something that surprised me much more in the past, namely, that this fellow, without knowing these things, is such a powerful speaker." Now, Catullus, said Antonius, "it is not because I'm after some practical advantage for my speaking that I read their books, and some others too. I do so for pleasure, when I have leisure time. Is there nothing more of it? Is there nothing more to it? Well, I admit that there is. It is just as when I take a walk in the sunshine. Even if I do not do so for another reason, it is only natural that I get tanned. In the same way, when I have devoted a fair amount of attention to reading such books at my will and Misenum, for there is hardly any opportunity to do so in Rome, I am aware that my speech, through its exposure to them, takes on a different color, so to speak. But I don't want you to think that this has any wider implications of the things I find in Greek writers. I merely understand what the authors themselves intended to be generally understood. Whenever I happen to come across your philosophers misled by the labels of their books, because they almost always bear titles derived from familiar and important subjects, for example, on virtue, on justice, on honor, on pleasure, then I don't understand a single word, so entangled are they by their narrow and minutely detailed discussions. The poets, I don't even attempt to touch. It is as if they speak a different language altogether. As I said, I amuse myself in the company of those who have written about events or recorded their own speeches, or who talk in a way that suggests a willingness to be friends with those of us who are not exceptionally learned. Alright, guys, so we've done with another part, and we're going to continue tomorrow as usual. Thank you for joining me in this video. See you tomorrow. Bye.